Oh, hello. I'm Sketch.
And I'm Shades.
And this is
Geeking Out Midstream.
Welcome back, longtime listeners, to another Geeking Out Midstream. How's it going, Shades?
I am well, Sketch. How's it going with you?
Doing good. Doing good. Another week down, closer to the holidays.
I know. Closer to that day
Magical
we've
time
all
of
been
year.
waiting for. Of course, I'm talking about the release of episode 9,
Of course.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
What else could we be counting down to?
Saga ends. And Jumanji, the next level.
Yeah.
Also looking forward to that.
You know, oddly, somehow more excited for Jumanji than I am for Star Wars.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you are joining us live, you like how I say live, by the way?
I do. I do like that.
Yeah. Then you, oh boy, then you just joined us for our Evolution episode.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy, is right. Guys, listen, I personally am going to be spending 2020 being a little more positive. So I'm glad that we got Evolution out of the way this year.
Here. I second that sketch.
That was a rough one.
That was a rough episode.
Yeah, I mean, not us, of course.
No, the movie was a rough.
The movie was rough. Shades, any take backsies, any omissions, anything you want to revisit? Anything you think just, we didn't shine a light on something great.
I mean, I personally feel like we put more effort into our episode talking about it than anyone involved with that movie did in the making of it.
And it's just about as long as the movie itself.
Yeah.
So, and I'd like to think more enjoyable.
I agree. I had a pleasant time re-listening to that episode, more so than I had rewatching the movie.
Indeed.
Sketch, any take backsies, any second thoughts, anything you want to retract?
An interesting correction I will make, not about Evolution, but about my recommendation. In the episode, I recommended Community. I still do recommend Community, but I referenced the Beetlejuice gag that they did, the Beetlejuice Easter egg, where they mentioned his name 3 times and then he appeared. It actually took 3 seasons to do that. They said his name once a season. And in the 3rd season, he finally walked by, just in the background.
That's
blink and you miss it.
That's a big investment.
That's dedication.
That is dedication.
Yeah.
That is attention to detail.
Yep.
Is that a Dan Harmon series?
It is. It is.
That's the kind of attention to detail that you expect with a Dan Harmon series.
Yeah. So I stand by my recommendation. And I stand by my score of Evolution.
Yeah. I did a lot of waffling with my score there. And
you did. We all noticed.
When I still feel like I was too generous.
Yeah, you gave it a 50-something.
I did.
That's what you finally landed on. Yeah.
I did.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's lazy.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Let's
move on.
It is what it
is.
Let's
move on from Evolution.
Yeah, let's move on.
Do we have any big geek news this week? And I know we do.
Sketch.
Yes.
Monday morning, bright and early. It was like Christmas morning. Yes. I went to bed with the internet talking about, go to sleep early and wake up for the big surprise, the big day. And I woke up Monday morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I put on my Batman onesie. I ran downstairs under the Christmas tree, opened up my laptop, and watched the Ghostbusters 2020, affectionately titled Ghostbusters Afterlife here in the States. Abroad in Europe, it's called Ghostbusters Legacy, which I actually think is a better working title, the international title. Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. And oh my goodness, I am not ashamed to say I got a little misty-eyed watching that trailer.
It's a great trailer, and long-term listeners who are in the know and listen to our Ghostbusters episode, I don't have the deep history that you do with it, but boy, was it honest. was it just like it felt to me movie first.
Oh, you're talking about the trailer felt honest, not our episode.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. 100% agree, Sketch.
Yeah. And some bold choices.
Yes.
Some bold choices. We haven't seen Ghosts in 30 years, so answer the call. Non-canon, but they kind of established they
established that
anyway.
They were not canon. Yes, alternate universe, alternate issues, alternate universes, alternate circumstances under which those events happen.
Similar circumstances.
Yes. I am just tickled. It hit all of the right feelings and emotions and laughs and beats in my mind, in which a trailer needs to hit. When that voiceover of Bill Murray,
sure,
call it fate, call it luck, call it karma. Oh my goodness, Sketch. And I love that we're following the grandchildren of Egon. Harold Ramis no longer with us. What a way to honor his legacy and just his involvement with the project. We would not have Ghostbusters if he hadn't been brought on to write an updated shooting script from Dan Aykroyd's futuristic tale of space janitors, dealing with the paranormal.
Well, the trailer definitely got me legitimately excited for it. It comes out this summer, right?
Yes, summer 2020, June 2020, which is when the original Ghostbusters came out, June 1984.
I love Paul Rudd in it.
Yes.
I think that's a very wise casting decision as the the adult with the past knowledge.
He's the fanboy.
Yeah, but it looks like we're going to be dealing with some younger individuals, which I'm all about. But I did see one tweet, and it hit me a little too close to home. Somebody said, "It's not lost on me now that in all of my kids' favorite movies, they're just finding the vehicles from my favorite movies."
That's true.
And I was thinking back to all these movies recently.
Quite literally.
Ghostbusters, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, everything. We're just going back to those old iconic vehicles.
Yes, absolutely.
And, but listen, like I said, this trailer it looks movie first.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yes, there are a lot of practical effects in the trailer.
And no ghosts.
No ghosts, which when the original Ghostbusters trailer dropped, they hadn't finished the effects. They were Sketch. Have you seen any of the movies that made us yet?
Nope.
On Netflix. So they had the Toys That Made Us series, and now they were doing the movies that made us. They did the first 4: Dirty Dancing, Home Alone, Ghostbusters, and Die Hard. And I had known most of the Ghostbusters tidbits that were in there, except for 2 things. They finished the movie like 3 weeks before it went to theaters. They shot the movie in 10 months.
Passing it in right at the last second.
And they were cutting their day of shooting, sending it to the SFX team, and giving it to them to work on immediately, sometimes the minute they finished shooting. And I did not know that tidbit. And, in the original Ghostbusters trailer, we didn't see any ghosts. The only thing we got was Stay Puft Marshmallow's head walking through the buildings, because that was the only effect shot. Because it wasn't a special effects shot, they just filmed it in miniature.
Which before the movie, what do you have? You have no idea what that is.
I mean, as a kid, I just lost my mind seeing that.
Well, so I rewatched the trailer again today, and I did notice what appeared to be Slimer.
Yes, Slimer is referenced in two different places. Yeah. So I mean, I think we're gonna get some Slimer. I think we're gonna get, it's gonna be a fun romp of nostalgia. The criticisms that I've seen are about, that it's just Stranger Things, and people are, the same.
Well, when you open trolls, up and it's that kid.
Yeah, Finn Wolfhard. Yep. But I mean, if you're gonna cast someone as Egon Spengler's grandson, that's perfect casting. He's a great actor.
I'm more interested in the granddaughter.
As am I. Yeah.
She seems a little. I don't know. Listen, the trailer it gives us very little on either of them. But the two things I saw was, kind of like angsty teenage boy, which I'm like, meh, or puzzle cracking granddaughter. I'm like, oh, sign me up for the puzzle cracking.
Yeah. I agree. It's great to, they say genius skips a generation.
Mm-hmm.
Egon's grandchildren appear to be different facets of his mind. You've got Finn Wolfhard, who's like the mechanical putting Ecto back together, and like the physical, like the fabrication aspect of it, and granddaughter seems to be the theoretical problem solver, intellectual side of it. And I think that's great. I'm really excited. I think there's a lot to be excited here. I think trolls are always going to hate on things, and Ghostbusters seems to be populated with its share, more than its share of trolls. I don't think this does anything to the lineage or the legacy of the reboot, Answer the Call in 2016. Certainly, if you're a fan of that, I don't think they affect each other other than sharing a name. I hope that
we did our due diligence on that movie, and they were very clear to establish that they were in a different universe.
Yeah, I think
it's already canon that movie's not canon.
Yeah,
according to that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill Murray was in that movie,
right? Bill Murray died in that movie. Yes.
Yes, as a skeptic.
Yes.
So. Yeah,
I think there's a lot to be excited with Ghostbusters. It's a great time for fans of the franchise, and anytime we get something new in this franchise, I'm going to be excited. And that's I'll leave it with that.
There you go.
Let's longtime listeners, before we ignite this controversy again of the gender, age,
oh boy,
sexual preference of Ghostbusters, let's just appreciate that they're still making Ghostbuster movies in 2020. Let's just all agree to be happy about that.
Have you I've stayed offline. Are people already talking about that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're upset because they're children.
Oh, they can't be children?
Apparently. I mean, apparently ghostbusting is the purview of cis men who are overweight and interested in
paranormal,
and are balding and or I don't know how to describe Egon's here. Like, it's, guys, things grow and change, or gals, people, longtime listeners, whatever. Like, let's just appreciate that we're still telling stories in this vein, in this universe that so many people seem to care about. Let's focus on that.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Bustin' does make me feel good.
Let's leave it at that. There'll be more to talk about with Ghostbusters.
I smile every time I watch that trailer, and that's where I want to end on. I smile every time I watch that trailer.
All right. Sketch. Any other trailers that have released this week that you want to talk about?
I don't know. Was there a trailer for something else that dropped?
Oh yeah. Did you see the trailer for Wonder Woman 1984?
Oh yeah, I did. I did see the trailer. It dropped on Sunday.
I don't know when it dropped.
Yeah. I did see that. Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't wowed by it. I
also wasn't wowed by it, but I chalked it up to me in the 80s.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like, oh, 80s. Although I do love the I love the modern take on the song they use for the trailer.
Yes.
Sounds really good.
It seems to really be leaning into the lineage of that character a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's shared history. Now that the Justice League universe, the Snyderverse is no more.
I'll leave it at this with Wonder Woman. I am excited to see it, Wonder Woman 1984, based only on enjoying Wonder Woman so much. The trailer did nothing to get me more excited.
Yeah, I agree with that. I trust Patty Jenkins' vision. I trust Gal Gadot's passion for storytelling in this universe. I think they're really taking their time with it. I think it's going to look amazing. It was not a trailer that put the movie first, as you said with Ghostbusters. It put the property first.
Yep.
I guess.
And then the other one that I saw was the Black Widow trailer.
I have not seen the Black Widow trailer.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
My immediate thoughts are okay. Like that's it. Like my immediate thoughts are like, okay, it just feels so odd to me because Natasha just got such a lovely end of her story.
Right. And
that I'm like, well, why are we telling this part of her story now?
And this is her origin story, correct?
It doesn't look particularly about her origin story. It looks more like kind of like facing her past. So I guess we'll get the origin story, but then like she returns to Russia and is face to face with some old relations that it's that classic story of overcoming the past and moving forward.
Gotcha.
Which to me, I'm like, well, but we got the big great payoff in Endgame.
Too late.
And we know where Natasha's going.
Right.
How is this movie gonna get me? And I love Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. I think it'll be great. I just question why now. Why didn't this come out like instead of Captain Marvel before it?
Why didn't this come out instead of Thor: The Dark World?
Yeah, just like really flesh out Natasha if you're gonna sacrifice her.
I think it's a fair question, Sketch.
But it looks like classic Marvel, and you can take that as a positive or a negative.
Classic money grubbing Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, I see it mainly as a positive, but I also didn't see it like Wonder Woman. I didn't see it and was like, oh yeah, I got to see that. That looks great. Instead, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I got to see that. Like, oh, another chapter for some reason after the last chapter.
Yeah, I got to say, Sketch, now that Endgame has played out and I've seen where everything is going, there's no urgency in me to continue to invest in this universe. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be, kind of I hate to say I'm prepared and happy to be wrong, but it kind of feels like a B tier, C tier Marvel character adventure that they're setting up. We've got some fun side characters. David Harbour looks fun in the set shots that I've seen of him.
Yep.
As his character, kind of like it seems like the Russian Captain America. I don't know what they're doing with that, but I'm sure we'll find out when I watch the trailer. Yeah, it's kind of a me. It has nothing to do with her or the story. It's just, I'm 22 movies was enough for me.
Yeah, I'm feeling similarly. But I have, and maybe our long-term listeners feel the same. I've enjoyed our cultural break from like superhero mega blockbusters that we've had these last couple months.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
It has been really nice.
And still nothing really on the horizon. I think Black Widow comes out in May, Wonder Woman comes out in June. So, we still got a couple months of just like, let's just relax.
I might have a monkey wrench in that for you.
Okay.
When does Birds of Prey drop?
Oh yeah, I forgot Birds of Prey.
February 2020. And or the fabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
That looks neat to me.
I will say it's interesting because it still lives in that gritty Snyderverse, which is no more.
I am more looking forward to Birds of Prey as like a let's see what they do with it kind of attitude going into it. Like the stylized nature of this film based on the trailers, it's got me kind of excited. And I had no idea until recently that Ewan McGregor was in it.
Ewan McGregor is Black Mask. I'll tell you what I'm most excited for with this sketch, since you asked and I interrupted. Apologies. Rosie Perez, Renee Montoya.
Yeah.
We're finally getting Renee Montoya.
I saw that one of them is Cassandra Cain too.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yes. But I don't know that she's going to be Batwoman.
No, I don't think she's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, she
Batgirl,
lives in the universe.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens there. But
yeah.
And Mary Elizabeth Winstead is Huntress, correct?
Sure. I don't know actors.
I'm looking this up. Yes, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She was Ramona in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And Journey Smollett Bell as Black Canary.
I don't know. It interests me. Should I say I'm excited? No, but I'm interested in it. It's going to be a different take.
I mean, how do you? It is going to be a different take, and it seems like they had talked about a Gotham City Sirens movie a while ago. It seems like they're doing a mashup of Gotham City Sirens and Birds of Prey, because, I mean, the only thing I'll say about this is, how do you do a Birds of Prey movie without Batgirl or Huntress? Batgirl or Oracle. How do you do this movie without Barbara Gordon?
No Babs.
It just seems like a big misstep to me.
Maybe it's a big surprise.
Maybe it is. Babs. We'll see.
But I won't hold your breath.
I won't be holding my breath. Yeah. Since we're on DC sketch, I'll just say, really enjoying the first couple episodes of the Harley Quinn animated series.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
I'll check that one out.
Yikes. Like,
that looks up my alley.
Hold on to your butts.
Nice.
Unlike any animated series I've ever seen.
Well, I really love Harley as a character.
Yes.
And I'm on board.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I should start watching that.
Yeah.
The old Egyptology factory gives us a couple weeks vacation coming up. I'm looking forward to kind of sitting and binging a couple of shows. Put that one on the docket.
Yeah. I think you'll enjoy it. I really do. Anything else you want to talk about while we're on superheroes here?
No. Okay. I have nothing else superhero-y.
Cool.
I actually have nothing else newsy.
Oh, I just wanted to see if you had seen J.J. Abrams' comments regarding Last Jedi.
I have not. I have consciously distanced myself from all Star Wars news. That's
fair. I thought he raised an excellent point. He was kind of, as Episode 9 is about to come out, he's working on the project again. He was on the whole very positive about the movie, and that he loved the decisions that Rian Johnson made for the most part. And the things that made him scratch his head and surprised him, he laughed out loud in the screening when he saw the death of Snoke. Which I feel like is a great reaction if you've spoilers. We're spoiling Last Jedi for you at this point.
We're still talking about Last Jedi.
You know, we did a whole episode on it. If we're spoiling Last Jedi, shame on you. And then Phasma, which I thought was a great point. That was the thing that made him scratch his head, and the one thing that he did not understand and wish was not so.
That she was thrown away again?
That, well, seemingly there's no coming back for that character. Like in J.J. Abrams' mind, like Rian Johnson's decision to kill Phasma.
Yeah.
And I would have to agree that what an underused like character that we learned nothing about.
I could suspend my disbelief that she made it off of Star Killer Base somehow out of the trash compactor. But in Last Jedi, and I've only seen Last Jedi once, but if I remember correctly, she like falls into like a flaming chasm.
The floor of the hangar bay falls out from under her, and she plummets into the belly of the ship that then explodes.
Right.
Yes.
So if you're going to tell me that she survived twice, then I will tell you that's Palpatine.
Yeah.
Phasma is Palpatine.
Just another Palpatine clone.
Yep.
I will say, Sketch, I did rewatch Last Jedi recently in preparation for Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured it out. I figured out my problem with the movie.
Okay.
And it's this, in a nutshell. The movie spends an hour and some odd minutes of its time. You know, the Jedi must end. Throw away the past. You know, the Jedi, the Sith, Skywalker, Snoke. Throw it all away. You know, it's all about, you know, tearing down your heroes, leaving things behind, subverting the world and the universe, and like laying out the thesis for it.
Yeah. And
at the climax of the movie, Kylo Ren reaches out to Rey and says, "Join me."
Yeah.
Right? And so the movie has been depositing this whole time. We need to change the universe. We need to like the Jedi at the height of their power did not see the rise of the Sith and their own demise.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You know what? You're absolutely right. Join me. And Rey says no. And then we retreat on the whole treatise of the morality of the Star Wars universe. The whole movie is about like this morality of light and dark, good triumphing over evil does not work. It's failed twice now. Like the evil seems to always win. You know, we're just playing space Nazi whack-a-mole.
Sure.
And then the movie itself says, well, no, we're actually going to go back to this morality. And the only thing I can explain is like Disney or, you know, Kathleen Kennedy and whatever the new Lucasfilm is was like, nope, you can't do this. At the end of the movie, Luke Skywalker has to take his laser sword and go fight Kylo Ren. That's the only way I can rationalize, because we're right back at the end of that movie where we ended at Force Awakens, but like an hour and 40 minutes in between, trying to convince me that we have to change this because it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that for me is just bonkers and annoying.
I am going to rewatch it before I watch Rise of Skywalker, and I am going to hold off on any more judgment on my part until I see Rise of Skywalker.
Sure.
I want to see how the pieces fit together.
Cool.
And if something cohesive comes out of it. I think the last thing I'll say about Last Jedi right now is that it suffers from being the middle child without the youngest being born yet.
Yeah.
We're expecting answers and resolutions and conclusions, but we still have a whole movie to get those. So I'm just gonna wait and see, and then I'll pass my judgment, because I already had my gut reaction. We heard it live on the airwaves.
That we did.
But now I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm gonna see how Rise takes what happens in Last Jedi, and tries to conclude it, tries to wrap it all up, tries to put it all together. I'll tell you my hope, though. My hope is that Rey somehow finds more of a balance and is more of a gray Jedi. That's still my hope, and we'll see. And even as you were saying that with Kylo at the end, I was thinking it in terms of Kylo is saying, we got to break this. Come with me. We're going to reset everything. And Rey turned away from him, not so much the light turning away from the dark, but the new path turning away from the old path, and recognizing, Kylo, you're just doing the same shit as everyone else over again. You're no different than Vader was, than Palpatine was, than the Jedi were. I'm taking a new path. That's my hope.
Fingers crossed for you, Sketch.
Fingers crossed.
Are you any more excited and anticipatory as we get closer to it, or is your excitement level blowing up?
I'm literally. Last Jedi was too much of a shit show, and I don't even mean the movie. I just mean like everything surrounding it. Yeah. So I have purposely just like put blinders on what I read online, and I'm not looking things up. I think I only watched one trailer. I haven't even watched any of the additional trailers, because I just want to go into this thing just me. I think
that's fair.
And I'll take it from there.
I think it's a good way to go into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's my last chance to go into a movie of the saga.
I know.
So I feel like it deserves me doing that. So I'm trying hard.
Well, good on you, Sketch.
Thank you.
Good on you.
Yeah. And I guess does that take us to next week's episode?
I think that takes us to next week's episode.
Guys, the bells are jingling. The nog is egging. The halls are decking. It's the holidays.
It is the holidays.
So it is time for a classic Geeking Out with Shades and Sketch holiday special.
And boy, do we have
a special.
Do we have a special for you this year?
It is a special. Special. Guys, what says Christmas more than small town America, gift giving,
murder, mayhem, and misbehaving?
Fathers coming down the chimney dressed as Santa. Guys, we are talking about Gremlins. It's a Christmas movie, guys.
It is, yeah.
The first one. The first one is a Christmas movie, but guys, we're doing both because you know us.
We go all in.
We go all in when we do this shit for you guys.
So deep.
Next week we are we're gonna be jingle jangling, ho ho hoing, and fa la lan, all to Gremlins.
Cannot wait.
Get it for the holidays, guys.
Yes.
And Gremlins don't care what you celebrate. That's the nice thing. They're
not.
Just all holidays. I guess. I mean, the movie hinges on the fact that there has to be some sort of gift giving involved. But
what
could be a birthday.
What a surprise.
Yeah. So guys, Gizmo and what was the kid's name? Billy and Stripe.
Kate.
Rudolph.
Kate?
No, Rudolph isn't in this one.
No, Rudolph is not in this movie.
Yeah, Kate is in it. And
the Futtermeyers?
And it's
Futtersons?
It's the 30-year anniversary.
It is the 30-year anniversary.
The 30-year, and we didn't plan that. It's almost like we did, but we didn't. That's how
we did not.
Fresh it is. That's how fresh of a take.
It was literally Oh, hey, it's the 30th anniversary that just went by.
Yeah, it was literally. Oh, I better start writing my notes for this episode. Oh shit! Look at that.
Great
it was
timing.
The 30th year anniversary this year. Yeah. But listen, it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of holiday cheer. We go hard into the nog. And
we do go hard into the nog.
It's going to be the perfect episode for you guys to put on at the Christmas table or the Hanukkah table or the Kwanzaa table, whatever table you're celebrating around with the family.
You know what? If you're anti-tables, it's fine. You don't need one.
You know what you should do? You should get around the old wooden radio in the old living room.
Oh, the old console.
Have the little ones lay on their stomachs, twiddling their feet behind them. Pa will have his old hickory pipe in his lounger, and
Heck
Ma
yeah.
will be knitting a kerchief for old Mr. Smithers down the road. He's cold this time of year. And we'll tune in to Geeking Out Gremlin style.
Priceless sketch. Priceless.
Soon to be a holiday classic.
Can't wait.
Yeah. But you have to. One more week.
One more week. And with that,
guys, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.